What is up, everybody? I'm Amy. This is Feather Trail Tarot, and welcome to my blog, this edition of Grow Me Up. I'm sorry that I've been MIA. My grandma got really sick and she passed away, and it's just been a very long and drawn out thing. So I do apologize, but I've been waiting a while for my grandma's for her body to rest. Her funeral is actually going to be next Wednesday, St. Patrick's Day. And it's been over a month since she passed away. Anyway, let's move on. I love you, Grandma. You will always live in my heart forever. Let's get on to the blog. The title of this blog is Unbound. Okay? So, it's really about feeling like not fitting in. I'm sure a lot of you out there might feel like you don't fit in. Maybe you always felt this way your whole life. Maybe you felt this way because maybe you feel awake. Maybe you're not like half of the world that's asleep. Maybe you feel awake. Maybe you've discovered things. Okay, so again, not fitting in. Unbound is one of the words that goes with not fitting in. Also, free, escaped, detached, separated, unpinned, unshackled, unattached, and apart. Those words all define not fitting in. And if you feel like you're not these days fitting in with people, or you feel like maybe again like you never have, don't feel alone. There's more of you than you think. I have never fit in. I've always been different. I've always been a rebellion. That's who I am. That's how I was born. That's how I will always be. If we didn't have different people in this world, we would not have anybody being creative. Okay? So, some of you might feel like you're awake, that you've awakened. All right? And it definitely separates you from those that are asleep. Okay? Maybe you don't want to get the vaccine. Maybe you're dealing with people that are getting the vaccine. Maybe you have people saying, I don't feel comfortable you being around until you get the vaccine, and you know there is no way you're ever going to get it. Maybe also like me, maybe you have recently become a vegan and you don't want to eat meat or dairy, and you don't want to consume foods that we have all been eating our whole lives that have chemicals and things that make us sick. Red 40 causes cancer. There's another chemical. It is called... Sorry, you guys. Give me 1 second. I know I wrote it down. It's called glycosine, I think is what it's called. But it's the same chemical they put in Roundup, okay? And the thing is that they put this in food, like Cheerios, Nature Valley bars, and it is extremely bad for you, okay? And we all have been eating this stuff. Anything in the store that is red, which is made that way because it's more appealing, has been put there, and it has red 40. Candy, cookies, soda, chips, like Doritos. Things that aren't even red have red 40 in them. I looked at the back of a a container or a jar or whatever it comes in of Duncan Hines cream cheese frosting, and it had red 40 in it, and it's not even red. Okay, if you do intake these things and you notice that you're having migraines and headaches, that is one of the causes. Okay, so we need to be eating stuff that gives us life. We need to also become one nature, which means growing our own fruits and vegetables, eating and drinking things that are full of alkaline, cucumbers, tomato, avocado, asparagus, any kind of berry. Those also have a lot of antioxidants. You know, I drink lemon and lime water every day before I eat. It's full of alkaline and it fights against the acids inside of your body. If you're somebody that has ulcers, or you have a overactive, thing of heartburn that's happening to your body, make yourself a ginger tea. Put some turmeric in it with some cinnamon and some honey and lemon. It's like a homemade tea. You can buy it. They make it like ground up. It will get rid of it within like 5 minutes after you drink it. No need to take Tums or medication that they give you. Get into tea, get into CBD oil. They make creams and they make oils, and you don't have to take over-the-counter painkillers like Advil, ibuprofen, Tylenol. The cure is prevention. It is a lot. I know everybody says it's expensive to eat healthy. Right now, all food is expensive. And it's a lot more expensive to fix and treat cancers and diabetes than it is just to prevent them. Okay, so just remember that. All right. So, I wrote you guys a poem like I like to do. This poem is called Free. And I named it that because it's another definition for not fitting in. My shield of freedom, hands unbound, free from toxins, stored and compound. Unpinned from addictions, even those created in kitchens. No more roadblocks, my wings spread free. I am awakened, and my true me. Taste the fruits of life. Let life live. Oh, the beautiful creatures we eat no more. Veggies are now my treat. As far as dairy, sit over there in the corner and take a seat. I am me, I am complete. I keep hearing this too. I've been hearing this lately. Like, our teeth. We don't have like canines like animals. Our teeth are like, like a horse. Our teeth are like horses. So we need to eat grains and things that give us nutrients that are going to actually uplift and make us vibrant and give us energy. My stomach used to always hurt. IBS forever and ever. I don't really have stomach problems anymore. They've gone away. And it's amazing. And I will never ever feel like I've made a bad choice. I do like to eat fish and I do like to eat seafood once in a while. And I bet if you every now and then, if you're like, oh, I want a steak or I want a burger, I think if you ate one every few months, you would probably be fine. But to eat this every day, it's just piling up and building up and building up in our intestines, causing cancer and other diseases and things that we don't need in our lives. And when you allow that to be taken from your diet or to get rid of it, then you don't need to eat these things. Trust me. I've never felt more energized by eating nuts and grains and veggies and all kinds of things. You got a stomach ache? Eat some broccoli too. That helps. It also cleans out your blood. And from what I'm hearing, I'm hearing all this stuff about Bill Gates buying, he owns 30% of the land in the United States and creating synthetic meat. I've been hearing about celebrity tissues and stuff, like human tissues that they want to make salami with. That's a really big concern, and I'm going to tell you right now, not being dependent on these things. Not being dependent on things like energy drinks and stuff anymore. I have never felt more free. Not only are you free from not using it, you're not spending your money on it. Being self-sufficient, creating and making your own gardens, and living off of what you create and you make is where you need to try to get to. At the rate we're going, they want everything to have GMOs in it. It's easier and faster, but I'll tell you what, it is bad for you. You know? I love my meat and I love, all that stuff too. I realized I had to stop eating it because the meat, these animals. What are they being fed? What are they eating? Because whatever they're eating, you're eating if you're eating it. Our country, if you go somewhere and a chicken should not be like this big. It should not be like it can't stand up and it's like can't even stand up because the breasts on the chicken are so big that it's falling over in a factory. And that's the other thing too. These animals aren't even being treated right. They're not even happy while they're alive. Isn't it bad enough that they're dying for people to eat? They have to be miserable from the time they're born. Anyhow, I've made my point. I have made this edition of Grow Me Up. If you're having issues with these things, you have people that aren't, they don't want to hear you, or maybe they lecture you and tell you you're not making the right decision because you have decided to not just be kind to yourself, you've decided to be kind to nature and animals and you don't want to eat them anymore. That's okay. They don't have to be you. Only you have to be you. If you can help and encourage people to make these changes and they want to do it, then great. But they have to do it themselves. Otherwise, it's like beating a dead horse. Anyhow, I love you all. I will be doing some tarot here soon and getting your guys' readings going. I apologize again. Anyhow, I'm about to do another blog and I can't wait to see you guys there. Anyway, namaste.